Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. Today's video is going to be on the Shadow Dancer Prestige class. It is found in the Dungeons Master Guide of 3rd edition. The class has been re-released in Pathfinder, so there is a Pathfinder version of that Prestige class. I don't know what changes they made, so in the future, guys, if I forget, when I get done with all the 3rd edition classes, remind me, and I will go over the differences between the Pathfinder version and this version. So, without further ado, let's dive into the Shadow Dancer. Shadow Dancer will have a hit dice of a d8, so when you gain levels, you'll get an 8-sided hit dice. To qualify to become a Shadow Dancer, you must have Move Silently 8 ranks, Hide 10 ranks, Perform 5 ranks, feats Dodge, Mobility, and Combat Reflexes. So, given that, I would say the highest was Hide. Hide and Move Silently are called Stealth in Pathfinder, so it's just one skill. So from there, you only need one skill. I would go with the higher ranks at 10. I'd subtract 3 because of the way that the rank system works in Pathfinder compared to 3rd edition. So you need to be 7th level to qualify, and then at 8th level you can level into it. You have to have the feats, Dodge, Mobility, and Combat Reflexes. Perform 5 ranks should be no problem to get. You get just about a rogue's skill point each level. You get 6 plus your intelligence modifier plus any other effects that give you more skills. Except for favorite class, because prestige classes are not favorite classes. Weapons and armor proficiency. Shadow Dancers are proficient in clubs, crossbows, all including light, hand, or heavy. Does not list repeating though. Dagger, any type. Dart, mace, morningstar, quarterstaff, rapier, sap, short bow, normal and composite, and short sword. Shadow Dancers are proficient in light armor, but not shields. Note that armor check penalties for armor heavier than leather apply to skills of balance, escape artists, so on and so forth. Hide in plain sight. Well, let's look at the table and go over the table first, and then I'll go over the abilities. Your attack bonus goes up like a cleric or a rogue's with this class. It starts at 0 at your first level in the prestige class, and by the 10th level it's a +7. So if you're already 7th level, you would add whatever a 7th level rogue is to it, and whenever it hits like a +6, you would get an extra attack. And then from there, when it becomes a +11, you'd get an extra attack. Your reflex save's your best save. It'll start at a +2 at first level, which stacks as your save is already. At first level, you get Hide in Plain Sight. At 2nd level, you get Evasion, Dark Vision, Uncanny Dodge, which allows you to have your dex to your AC. At 3rd level, you get Shadow Illusion and Summon Shadow. At 4th level, you get Shadow Jump 20 feet. At 5th level, you get Defensive Roll and Uncanny Dodge, Can't Be Flanked. At 6th level, you get Shadow Jump 40 feet and Summon Shadow. At 7th level, you get Slippery Mind. At 8th level, you get Shadow Jump 80 feet. At 9th level, you get Summon Shadow. So I'll have to look through that and see if that changes any, because on the table it's the same thing as previous. At 10th level, you get Shadow Jump 160 feet. Improved Evasion, Uncanny Dodge, +1 versus traps. Now, Evasion and Improved Evasion on this table does not take into effect if you already have Evasion from your class. So if your class gives you Evasion, then it goes up to Improved Evasion. So, and then if you already had Improved Evasion by the time you're 10th level, I'd just give you a bonus feat. So let's go through the class abilities. Hide in Plain Sight. Shadow Dancers can use Hide skill even while being observed, as long as they are within 10 feet of some sort of shadow. Shadow Dancers can hide themselves from view in the open without anything to actually hide behind. They cannot, however, hide in their own shadows. Hide in Plain Sight is a supernatural ability. 2nd level, you get Evasion, works like any other evasion. Dark Vision at 2nd level A Shadow Dancer can see in the dark as though she were permanently under the effects of Dark Vision spell. This is a supernatural ability. So even in areas of like anti-magic or no magic, this would work. But that only gives them dark vision 60 feet. So if it's already a race that has dark vision, well, they don't get the benefits of that quite as much unless the game master wants to increase their dark vision by 30 feet. So they now see 90 feet. Uncanny Dodge. Allows you to retain your dex to AC even if you're caught flat-footed. At 5th level, you can't be flanked, and at 10th level, you get +1 to your reflex to avoid traps. Shadow Illusion. At 3rd level, when a Shadow Dancer reaches 3rd level, she can create a visual illusion from surrounding shadows. This spell-like ability is identical to arcane spell Silent Image and may be employed once per day, which isn't bad for a class that is more rogue than anything. But I would probably increase that to probably give you like every other level after 3rd level that you could use it per day, just to boost it for Pathfinder, because the once per day abilities, like I was saying in a previous Prestige class video, is not that powerful in Pathfinder as it was in 3rd edition, where you didn't have as much power in all the classes built in. Summon Shadow. At 3rd level, a Shadow Dancer can summon a shadow, an undead shade. Unlike a normal shadow, this shadow's alignment matches that of the Shadow Dancer. The summoned shadow cannot be turned, rebuked, or commanded by any third party. This shadow serves as a companion to the Shadow Dancer and can communicate intelligibly with the Shadow Dancer. Every 3rd level gained by the Shadow Dancer allows her to summon an additional shadow and adds +2 hit dice. And the appropriate attack and save bonus increase as well. Shadow Jump at 4th level. The Shadow Dancer gains the ability to travel between shadows as if by means of Dimension Door. The limitation is that the magic transportation must begin and end in an area with at least some shadow. The Shadow Dancers can jump up to a total of 20 feet each day in this way, although this may be a single jump of 20 feet or 2 jumps of 10 feet each. So the feet listed for Shadow Jump is how many feet in a day they can jump. Every 2 levels thereafter, the distance of the Shadow Dancer can jump each day doubles. So 40 feet at 6th level, 80 feet at 8th level, 160 feet at 10th level. In the Epic Handbook, this Prestige class is continued, and the distance gets crazy. Okay, at 5th level, you get Defensive Roll. The Shadow Dancer can roll with a potentially lethal blow to take less damage from it. Once per day, when the Shadow Dancer will be reduced to 0 hit points or less by damage in combat, the Shadow Dancer can attempt a roll with the damage. She makes a reflex saving throw, DC equals to the damage dealt. If she makes that save, she takes only half damage from the blow. She must be aware of the attack and able to react in order to execute her defensive roll. If she's in a situation that would deny her that, she wouldn't be able to do this. Slippery Mind. This extraordinary ability gained at 7th level represents the Shadow Dancer's ability to wiggle free from magical effects that would otherwise control or compel her. If the Shadow Dancer is affected by an enhancement and fails their enchantment and fails their saving throw, 1 round later they can attempt to save again. She only gets this 1 extra chance to succeed at her saving roll. If it fails as well, the spell effect proceeds normally. And then improved evasion at 10th level. Okay. The only downside to being a Shadow Dancer as a rogue is your sneak attack doesn't continue, and your roguelike abilities in Pathfinder doesn't continue. But in 3rd edition, you didn't get extra roguelike abilities other than evasion and stuff. So this was a good alternative. Yes, at 20th level, you'd only have 5d6 sneak attack damage, but that was the trade-off. Allow you to get into good positions to deal out some damage. And this is the Shadow Dancer. So if anyone has any questions or any comments, put them down under the video. Till we meet again.